This shoe is the most hyped shoe in 2025. It's now October 25th, so I'm late to the party, but it's the Adidas EVO SL. This bad boy right here. It's got the Light Strike Pro foam. It's got the Continental rubber on the bottom. And it's just a beautiful shoe. Now I'm a beginner runner by all sense of the word. I just started running June 28th, and I've put 100 kilometers on these shoes. So I'm gonna give my honest opinion on the Adidas EVO SLs and tell you whether or not they are right for beginner runners or not. Did I know what I was getting into when I bought them? Of course not. My shoes that I previously had were, $30, $60 runners from the Nike outlet. And they were comfy, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to bite the bullet after putting in some kilometers, after tracking my Strava, doing a run-up program, and get a pair of runners that actually suit the purpose of what I was going after. I've done 5Ks, I've run 10Ks, and now I decided to buy these Adidas EVO SLs. I'll go over my pros and my cons, and when I bought them, I was unsure of this. Now you hear a lot about the Continental rubber on the bottom, the traction of it, the support, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll get into that because that's gonna be in my cons. The rubber itself is a pro. I have lost zero traction. I have lost zero momentum when I'm running because of this pro foam. And the traction of the rubber on the bottom, the tread doesn't look like much, but it's fantastic. And this Light Strike Pro foam. People will talk in their reviews about the levels and the millimeters and all that kind of stuff, but I'm a beginner. I'm not gonna go over that with you guys. But the weight of these shoes is super light, and I'll put that on the screen right here. It's light. It's the lightest shoe I've ever owned. I love this shoe. It's gotten me PRs in the 5K. It's gotten me PRs. I've done one 10K, and it gave me obviously a PR because it's one 10K, but I did it sub an hour, which is crazy for a beginner runner. So the pro of these is obviously this Light Strike Pro foam, which is something that they use in their pro runners. They put their best foam in probably their cheapest runner for runners. So that's a pro in itself. Another pro is the fit. A lot of people talk about the upper, and you can see, it's a little loose right there, but I have wide feet, and I have had no issues with the way it supports my foot in terms of width, size, and whatnot. I will say that there is a con when it comes to the sizing for myself, and I don't know if it's the shoe or if it's my feet. So we'll talk about that. I've had no issues with the performance of this shoe. So that's a pro in itself as well, and I feel like I can put on mileage, and yes, it's fast. So don't get me wrong there. We'll move into my cons. My cons are sort of sizing. Now, again, I don't know if it's my feet themselves, but my left foot is obviously a little smaller than my right foot, so there's a little bit of a shift in my left foot when I run in these, especially on downhill or down grade slopes, where I feel my left foot moving inside the shoe, and that gets a little uncomfortable. The stability is something that I wasn't used to as well. I put these on for the very first time, and I thought, what the heck? I'm used to, like I said, $30 and $60 shoes that support the entire foot, that don't necessarily have any give or take, and I can move, and I feel like I'm hitting the ground at the right spot everywhere I go. Whereas with these, I feel like my foot moves left and right. I felt like I was like rockering off to the side a little bit when I first put them on, so I had to get used to them. But once I got used to them, boy, were they fast. And I loved them. But another thing is the ankle stability. I don't know whether it's my feet again or whether it's the shoe itself, and people have talked about that ankle stability and the movement of uneven pavement and stuff, but when I get into higher kilometers, my right foot has fallen asleep. Now, I don't know if that's me or whether it's because my ankle is moving in a different way, but my right foot has fallen asleep and I've had to push through that. Did it make me put these shoes away? No, I've used these for my easy runs. I've used them for my long runs. I've used them for tempo workouts. They're my go-to everyday runner, and that's from a beginner standpoint. So I feel like if you want to get out there and you want the best shoe possible, this Adidas EVO SL is for you. Many people complain about the upper. I have no complaints about that because my foot is wide and it fits the shoe. Something I will complain about are these laces. They're cheap as heck. So go out there and buy yourself an $8 pair of laces because they've come undone on me or loosened up during my long runs and I've had to stop and retie my laces. Is that a huge issue? No, but it sucks to stop mid-run and have to retie the laces. So overall, are these shoes for you? Are they for a beginner runner? Abso-freaking-lutely. The price is on point. Canadian, $180, American, $150. Now, compare that to the pro models of these Adidas shoes, and those are like $500. These, for the price point, you can buy 2 of them and still get absolute performance out of them. I myself have put 100 kilometers on these shoes. That's between walking and the majority of running, but I love them. So if this is my first shoe review, I'm gonna give it out of 10 shoes. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10 shoes because I love these things and I'll likely get another pair, hopefully in a different colorway because they come in a few different colorways. But as I said, the most hyped shoe of 2025, it's October 25th and it's still tough to get these things. They're sold out in many sizes. You have to order them. It was a lottery system when they first came out, but it's still tough to get them. So if you want a pair of beautiful, fantastic runners, as a beginner, the Adidas EVO SL is for you. That's my first shoe review on this channel. JB Running, make sure you like the video. It really supports the channel. Click that subscribe button. Maybe I'll give you another shoe review once I do another 100 kilometers on these, get them out the door, maybe buy a new pair of shoes. Peace out, folks.